Hey guys, what's up? It's Erin, and today I want to kind of do a little bit of a tribute to the Pumpkin King in Nightmare Before Christmas. If you have not seen that movie, I strongly recommend that you do. It's definitely my favorite, if not one of my favorites. And today I'm just kind of going to go with a little bit of an orange smoky eye as a way of kind of creating the effect of a jack-o'-lantern. So you're going to see a lot of yellows and smoking it out. We're going to be using the Mad for Matte 2 palette today, as well as some ColourPop shades, just to really enhance everything. And when we go in for that final smoky eye, we're going to use that black shade that's right there and very lightly apply it, bring it to the crease, maybe even go for the outer half of the lid. We shall see how things go. I have not personally planned this look at all, so basically what I'm doing is just going with the flow. As you guys have known, I usually do my priming, foundation, and if I need to, brows off camera. So, because they just take way too long. And for me, I was like, the brows are feeling themselves today. I didn't need to worry about it. So I didn't do that. So right now, I'm looking at what I have in front of me. Most of what is going to be, like, I'm going to be using my fingers pretty much this entire time, except for when I have to go in with the black for the smoky eye, as well as to go underneath as an eyeliner. And I'll let you guys know each product as I go with it. This will not be, like, I want to do a story time video with you guys at some point. But for now, I just want to remain completely focused and work this out. I am going to let you know that the lip that I'm going to be using today is a ColourPop gloss, and it is part of the Nectar collection that came out in spring. So we're going to make that work somehow. I looked for my black lipstick, thinking that, okay, I could do the black and then add in the orange and just sort of like mix them together, but that just didn't happen because I couldn't find my dang black lipstick. Oh well. But we'll go ahead and get into the video. And I have so many friggin' brushes in front of me that I really don't need, and I should have cleared them out so I didn't confuse myself. Oh well. But we are going to be using some brushes, so that part's good. Also, we may be using some highlighters. We'll see how we do this. Alright, so what I'm going to do, and I'm going to zoom you in first so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, sorry, I do look into the viewfinder each time just to make sure y'all can see. And for those of you who have asked what light I use, I literally use natural light from the window, so I don't have a ring light, haven't really invested in that yet, but we will get there. So I'm going to go ahead and go into a transition shade from the Mad for Matte 2 palette, and I'm going to be using, oh, and this is by e.l.f. by the way, just in case I didn't say that before, and we're also going to be using an e.l.f. smudge brush. So I'm going to go ahead and once again go into this shade and just tap it all over the lids. Now I just pat and do that just to get as much product as possible. I knock off the excess back into the shadow as opposed to in the air. And I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Now you guys won't see any pigment from it probably, which you don't really have to. But yeah, I like to pat it on and just make it work. I did already prime my face and my eyelids, both above and below. So you just kind of keep going there. Now I saw And I've just seen this, although there's like a bunch of reviews all over YouTube, so I must be late to the party. There's a Nightmare Before Christmas set. So there's a palette, which I would love to have, and then there's friggin' liquid lipsticks, and I'm like, what? Where have I been? You know, like, what? When? When did this come out? And I want the perfume bottle that is Sally. Do I really want, you know, do I really think she's well represented? No. But, you know, I just kind of go, wow, that's not bad at all. I thought about getting the bath bombs that were Jack's head. And I was like, that would be really cool because I've never used one of those before. Anyway, then I'm going to be using the same brush, and I'm going to go ahead and go into this orangey shade and just very lightly go in. Actually, I'm not going to use that brush. I'm going to go ahead and use a fluff brush. Make sure it's clean. And because I need to clean my brushes, y'all, I know. So what's going on? So we are going to go into that shade and just gently pat through it, knock off the excess, and I just like to sort of once again pat it on. Like I said, most of this is going to be finger application, so once this part is taken care of, I'll go ahead and get the rest of this going. One of my last comments that I got was if I can do ASMR videos. To be perfectly honest, I don't really know what ASMR is. I kind of tried to go look it up, and like there are so many different opinions on it, and I'm like, I don't know what it is, so can't really help you out. And personally, I'm not sure. You know, I'm not saying there's anything weird about it, but I don't really know why my voice would be good for that, because I did find one where this chick's like whispering to the camera, and then she sort of like tucks you in, I guess. Like, I fully admit that I am not educated in this topic at all. So if I say something that offends you or anything like that, I am so sorry. It is purely out of ignorance that I don't know what it is. So just bear with me on that one. Alright, so the next shade that I'm going to go into is actually a cheek palette, or not a cheek palette, but a cheek tone, and it's one of the ColourPop ones, and this is where we're going in with the finger here, so gotta make sure you have a mirror close by. So I'm not going to take very much. I'm going to take a finger and just sort of swirl very little, and I'm going to go over the orange that we just did. I need to really like not block you guys with my fingers. Alright, so we're getting that in and on there. Keep in mind to be very light with this. Like when you're getting the color off of the shadow here. So you see a little bit of pigments going on, a little bit of sparkle. And we will see. Like, I'm just literally loading it on there. You don't have to do that. I just choose to. So I can do like a windshield wiper right now. Just pat it on as best I can. I actually like I don't know why I can't get the freaking right eye to look as nice as the left eye. I really don't know. Okay, so there's a little bit of sparkle there. The next thing that I'm going to put in is I'm going to go ahead and take, oh, I didn't even tell you what the shade was. It's called Drop of a Hat. This one is very sparkly eye, like Super Shock Shadow for your eyes. And this one's called Flipper. I'm going to go ahead and use this finger here. And I want to sort of add a little bit more of a shine. But also like go up into the crease, which I think I can manage with a brush like this. So this is an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, densely packed. I'm going to go ahead and use this in the crease. Don't worry, we will get to the smoky part of it fairly soon here. So, and of course my phone always goes off when I'm filming. I really don't know why, but it does. So, oh well. So again, just getting it into the crease here. Okay. And you can pat it in there if you want. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and take from the Matte for Matte 2 palette, I'm going to take this kind of orangey peachy sort of shade, and just take a couple taps, knock off the excess, and add a little bit of pigment to the situation. I really hate that I do that to you guys. I'm so sorry. I just see myself like slump. And that doesn't help anybody though. So there's that. Like, I'm just layering on these shadows. So the next, I'm going to go back into that ColourPop shade just to sparkle it up a little bit so that it's like we want it to be. Okay. Go back in here and just do this. And it works just like that. I'm gonna put, oh my goodness, my phone's blowing up again. So we're gonna go ahead and take a little break on that. And then I'm gonna go in with a Super Shock cheek called Yummy Cookies. It was from the Hello Kitty ColourPop collection. It's also a very shiny shade, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'll take my middle finger and just swipe on through that and go into the brow bone here, and it just looks so nice. Grab a little bit more and just go in here. I like sparkle, so as you could probably tell. So that's for that shade. The next one, I want to see if I can find myself a packer brush, because I know that I put one in here. Alright, so now that we have that foundation working out, I'm going to go ahead and take the black shade from Matte for Matte 2, and this is a packer brush from ColourPop. So I'm just going to very lightly tap in here. Like, I barely want any shadow. You tap off the excess. See how big that, like, how crazy that is? And then just really lightly go in. And you can even use the rest for under your eye. I'm just gonna smoke this out just a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and take a softer fluff brush like this one, and I'm just going to go in here a little bit, ease out that smoky eye that I just did. Go ahead and ease out this one as well if you choose to. So it's a little bit more in the smoky eye area. Now if you want more like right there, you can do that, but I'm very like I'm minimal and very careful when it comes, just ignore my phone, I'm sorry. But you can do a little bit more like this. And if it's too intense for you, just go ahead and add some of this orangey shade back in. So I'll show you kind of what that looks like. So I'll grab another fluff brush here. I'll go into the shade again, very lightly, knock off your excess, and just sort of ease that blending process back in. It won't look as dark as it does right now. And I think that's a really good shade quality that we have there. So I'm going to go ahead and take an e.l.f. brush. This is more of like an eyeliner brush. And I'm going to dip back into that black that we have. And I'm going to use that as an under eye liner. So connect both the smoky eye and the liner, and it looks pretty interesting like that. So I'm going to pick up some more pigment, and definitely connect them, and then just sort of touch it a little bit if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and go back into one of these glittery shades. I believe I used this one. This one's in the shade Flipper. And I'm going to go ahead and take a fluff brush here and just go ahead in. Oh my, that says 17 minutes, okay. And just sort of pack that glitter back on there, smooth out the transition, smooth out that smoky eye area, and then bring it back into the transition, the smoky eye, and there you go, you have a little bit there. And I'm going to turn the camera off and move back into mascara, and then we'll go to the lips. Okay, sorry about that, but now that you can see that my eyes have been done, I'm going to go ahead and go into, for blush and highlight, I'm going to go ahead and go into the Knockout from ColourPop, back when they did the spring collection for Nectar, and this is what they look like. This is the blush, and this is the highlighter, and you do get a generous size mirror. So I'm going to go ahead and take my e.l.f. blush brush, and I'm going to go and just tap in a little bit here. There's a little tapping going on. And of course, knock out any excess that you might need to knock off. And here we go. Okay. Load it up for the other cheek as well. Okay. Pardon any face I make, by the way. Okay, so that's there. Blush is locked in. And now I'm going to go ahead and go into the highlighter here. And I'm going to take my e.l.f. highlighting brush. And we're just going to dip into this highlighter here ever so lightly. Tap off the excess. And go on in. Go back in a little bit if you choose. Okay. for your other cheek. Okay. See the very light highlight. Sometimes I like to have a little more than that. And of course my phone goes off again. Sadly, I just need to have it on because you never know who's gonna call. Alright, so that's for this. And now I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you out a little bit here. We're gonna go ahead in with an orange shade. This is a gloss, I believe. It is called Updo. And I only don't know what it is because it completely wore off the tube, but it is from ColourPop. So I'm gonna go ahead, show you that pigment. It is orange. Okay, so let me grab a mirror here because it's always necessary. And there we go. Gonna go ahead in on the lips here. Pardon any face I make here too. Okay, so this is the lip here. Now, you know, some of you are probably like, how does this mean anything for Nightmare Before Christmas, especially Jack Skellington? Well, he inspired me to make this because of his passion for Halloween and then his passion for Christmas, and I wasn't quite sure how to combine the two. This may be a part 1 and then go into a part 2 where it's his Christmassy obsession, but I thought this would be a nice little dedication to him, bringing out different colors, different ideas, and just being inspired by that. So, you know, that's really my reason for doing it. I just thought it'd be a lot of fun, and I thoroughly enjoyed everything I did here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my hair down. Now I have very little setting spray, so that's why I'm not using it. And if you've got crazy hair like I do, you can just sort of give it a little zhuzh and go from there. A little bit of volume. Nothing to it, just a little bit of volume. And yeah, this is the completed look. So I hope that you had fun watching this, and if you did, please hit the subscribe button below and click that bell because it'll notify you when I make a new video. So thank you so much. All information will be down below, including the products if you guys want that. And I will see you next time. Bye guys.